Today we're going to try EasyJet from Stockholm down to Berlin in Germany. Stay tuned! To start with, EasyJet is a low-budget airline, so you can't compare with the big ones, so you get what you pay for. For this flight between Stockholm, Sweden and Berlin, Germany, I paid around $50 return trip, and that's almost nothing if you just want to go from point A to point B. The flight takes around 1 hour and 45 minutes only, so it's not that long. For you who are familiar with these low-budget airlines, it's pretty cheap unless you don't take anything with you. I just had this small cabin bag. If you want a normal cabin bag, you have to pay extra, and if you want to check in some luggage, you have to pay even more extra. And the rules are different from low budget airline to low budget airline, so check before you go so you don't have to pay extra at the airport. In some cases it's not even maybe cheaper with a low budget airline if you have a lot of luggage, so check that also before you go. And what I think is the worst thing with this low budget airlines is the boarding procedure. It takes ages to board the plane. I don't know how they do it so slow. It takes almost longer than the flight between the cities. But this is not only the airline's fault, it's also 50% the passengers' fault. They don't read the rules, they don't understand anything. Almost everyone has problem with the check-in. They can't find the boarding card on their phone, and sometimes they have too big luggage and haven't paid for it, so the cabin crew or the boarding personnel has to measure and weight the bag and make them pay extra. And then you have to talk about it and try to talk it out of it, and you don't want to pay, people get angry, and it just goes on and on and on and on. And I'm the kind of person that wants to board as late as possible because I don't want to sit in the plane more than I need to, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna reach the destination at the same time as everybody else. But I also have to sit like 20-25 minutes to wait for all the bags that wasn't small enough to be in the cabin, to go around down on the ground and to the ground personnel and be loaded in the luggage area for the people that didn't want to pay for it. So that's the most annoying thing about these low fare airlines, I think. The flight itself, it's pretty smooth. I have no problem with that. If they just can fix that issue in some way, this is a perfect way to get around in, for example, Europe for a weekend or something like that. Well, back to the review of the flight. It's actually pretty hard when it's a short flight, but let's make the most of it. It's Airbus A320, so it's a pretty nice plane. The seats are not that comfortable, but they are okay. The flight is under 2 hours, so I can manage it. And it's pretty small space around you. It feels more like a coach than a plane, but it's okay. It's decent. But if you're longer than average, you probably have some problems, I think. Because look at my knees here. I'm pretty nailed in. You don't get much for entertainment, or literally you don't get nothing at all, more than this safety card, of course, that's a standard procedure. And you have this small menu. You can buy snacks and sodas and stuff, and some tax-free stuff, but not that much. But this flight is only 1 hour and 45 minutes, so you don't need that much. Bring your own entertainment, or drink a lot of alcohol is my tip for you guys. Nowadays you can actually take the train from Stockholm to Berlin. I think it's more entertainment on that one. than this one, but it takes almost 20 hours, so yeah, do the math. In general, this is a great way for transportation, cheap transportation between point A and point B. I've done it a lot, and I will do it a lot in the future as well. This is not when you're looking forward for the trip, it's more like when you want to go to the destination as fast as possible. Now we are almost in Berlin, so this is it for this time. I will let you see the landing. Many people wants to see that. And at the end, you will see a street race with a big, huge 4,000 horsepower tractor. See you next time. Bye!